Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to chapter 5. In this chapter, we're going to see how to render an interior model. Unlike the previous chapters which we had used to render exterior models, in this chapter we'll be seeing how interior renders take place, what are the different effects that go into creating a very good interior render, and various different material detailing, because since it's an interior we will be focusing a lot on the material and how the entire view should look. So let's get straight to it. The first thing I want you all to do is click on import new model and select the interior render.dae file over here and open it up. You guys can select a name for it and add it to the library as such. The minute it's imported, you guys will notice that we can place it down similar to how we had placed our exterior model, and we can enter into it directly. Now as you can see, everything is white over here, but don't worry, all the materials have been already specified in SketchUp, so we'll be able to edit them all. As you can see, this is a dining area and a living room space. So this is the render that we'll be doing to create those realistic renders. So this is the render that we'll be getting into right now. First thing we'll be doing is we'll be giving the materials. So I'll select the material palette. Let's start with the floor. We'll go to Indo and go to the stone over here. So we can give it like a marble flooring as such. Once this is done, we'll go ahead and provide materials everywhere else, to the walls, the doors, and once we are done, we'll go for the editing process. So we'll select the plaster, and you can see the various different plasters that we can add to it. Again, this side is going to be a separate seating. You can see none of the other walls are affected by this. So here we can provide a little textured plaster as well. Again, since this is more of an Indian contemporary look, we'd want to stick with the brown and the white finish. Also, we can add some of this gray, except the texture is too much, so we'll have to reduce the scale a bit. We'll fix this off now only, even though we'll do the rest later. A very light gray finish as such. And we can save it now. The rest of the walls we'll select and we'll just give it a regular plaster, white. I think this plaster seems fine. We'll be making it white later. The next is all the wooden finishes, including the doors and the frames. For this, instead of selecting the indoor wood, because I told you most of the indoor wood will be flooring, as you can see, we'll be selecting the outdoor wood and we'll be providing it an outdoor wood texture. I think this is good. The brown goes with the entire exteriors of the room. For the TV, we'll give the metal finish, the black metal finish. Now, when it comes to the screen, I'm going to just go ahead and select a glass for it, a dark glass. But we need to remember that we can even provide metal to it, increase the colorization, the gloss, the reflectivity. Relief can be 0 as well as the scale can be 0, and the reflectivity and the colorization can be towards a darker screen. Now sometimes we'd want to provide maybe an image on the screen or even a video playing on the screen. So for that, we'll need to provide whatever material we have, and we'll have to select the choose color map option from here, which will take us into giving a video into this directly. So whatever video we select, you can see it says over here that we can select JPEGs as well as an MP4. We can select a video and press open over here, and it will start to play itself over here. So you guys can go ahead and try that out as well and ask us if you have any doubts. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to give the glass an indoor glass, let's say the dark volumetric glass. We have the curtain, so let's go ahead and change it to fabric. Again, over here we usually have carpets, but we can use the carpet over here and edit it off a little bit by reducing the scale as well as the relief, and we can change the colorization in accordance. I'm going to keep it gray. Now, once we have set up the entire positioning of the most of the materials, some of the materials as such we'll come to it later. Let's finish the editing of the first materials which we have placed. So let's start off with this wall. We'd want this wall to be white, so I'm going to increase the colorization till here. We can reduce the scale. Let's just go a little bit closer to the wall. And reduce the relief, increase the reflectivity slightly, and save it over here. Don't forget to save. Once we're done with this, let's select the idols over here, and we'll go ahead and give it metal, let's say gold. And over here we have this, we'll give this a wooden finish as well. Such. We're getting closer to creating a good look for this entire interior. Let's go ahead and give these as glass as well. For this glass, we can give it textured glass. Again, in indoor, we don't really have textured glass, only colored glass. So we'll go to outdoor and provide a glass from here. You can see the couple of last glasses over here are textured glasses. So we can go ahead and provide a textured glass as such. We'll give this frame again the wooden frame, so it's all going together with the entire room. Next, we have certain mirrors over here like this as well as this. So for the mirrors, we're going to select it and we're going to give it metal, chrome finish. Over here, I'd want you all to increase the colorization towards white, gloss full, reflectivity full, relief 0, and scale will be 0. Follow this particularly for the mirror because later on we'll be giving it reflection plane which will turn it into a mirror directly. Again, we'll be giving this as well as a mirror, this top black portion over here, these 8 pieces. Again, chrome, colorization full, gloss full, reflectivity full, relief 0, as well as the scale will be 0, and we'll save it. We are going to have to create this entire cabinet to also be wooden. Such, and the handles we can turn it out to be metal. Next we have this lamp, again the top shade of this lamp. For the shade we can even go for a fabric if you want to. We can even go for a glass so it would look like a translucent shade as such. You can select various different colors for this, or we can use fabric and reduce its relief as well as reduce the scale. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just provide it with a translucency as such. And we're going to give the bulb over here glass again. And we're going to give these filaments of fabric because later on we'll increase the emissivity of this. So as you can see, I'm going to click on more over here like we had provided the emissivity, so we can click on advanced and increase the emissivity over here. So we have the filament glowing as well as the ionized rods will also glow, so we'll have the entire part glowing off it as such. This would even give a good look if we would just provide a very light glass over here as such, just because we'd have that bulb glowing. But for now we'll leave it at the dark like this. The rest of the stand we can just go ahead and give it metal. As you can see, it's already provided metal because its material would have been selected in one of the other metal areas. Don't forget to save it. Now let's look at the dining table. We'll give a glass top table to this. So again, indoor glass, and we'll give it a dark glass as such. The rest of the table we'll go back and give it the wood that we were providing, so it goes along with the entire rest of the area. The fabric, let's go ahead and give it a light color fabric, so you guys can go ahead and select any of these light colored fabrics over here, and we can go ahead and reduce the scale, the relief, increase the gloss slightly as well as the reflectivity. We can change the colorization towards whiter color so we get a nice looking table. We can also go ahead and change the plates to be dark colored as such, so they all are glass. These could be glasses as well. Again, you can see that there are two parts to this. So we have the white portion which we'll also need to enter into, and then only we'll be able to change it to what we want as such. You have the bottles on the table, those two will be given. So everything needs to be provided with perfect detailing. Let's go ahead and give the metal, and we can change this to, let's say, gold. We have the candlesticks. So for the candlesticks we can just go ahead and provide plastics. Linoleum is also fine. We just, again, if we do not have a specific material within the library, we can use it to just kind of create. So we need to show the little wax texture, so that's why we've used the plastic over here. Next is entire mandir that has been provided over here, a temple. We'll give it a stone. Let's give it a white marble. Again, reducing the scale is important over here. Now when we talk about the ceiling chandeliers, we'll give the entire metal area to it. You can provide a gold. So we have the gold chandeliers. Again, the finishes over here, those can be metal chrome finishes. And we can have the tops over here to be fabric. Always provide a fabric or any other material which we can then provide emissivity to as such. So as you can see, all the chandeliers have the glowing edges right now. You can see how the entire room is now coming to life. Next we have the materials over here for the sofa. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this. So you can see it's already given the similar materials that were given to the chairs over there. We'll go ahead and give the legs of it wooden. Now let's select the pillows over here. I'm going to go ahead and give it a fabric, and this one as well. And what we can do is we can select this and click on choose color map. We can go to our interior render folder where we'll be having numerous materials over here, and I've already preloaded materials for y'all where y'all can just go ahead and select to create a nice vibrant color to these mattresses as such, to these pillows as such. And give it red and the pink one. We can even decrease the scale to get in the right scale for this mattress as such, to get in the right scale for this mattress as these pillows need. All of these we'll go ahead and give a fabric, and then we'll just copy the material and paste it on them so we can provide a color tinge to this entire contemporary look that we're trying to create. From here, I'll just go ahead and click on the spanner, edit and copy, and we'll just go around pasting these now. So it'll even paste the scale that is required. We want to stick with providing each of them separately, so we'll provide the purple and the red together as such. And here we'll provide another purple. Once we're done with these, we can see that we have set up most of the room over here with its materials and the colors. We can add one or two objects as plants. Let's finish the lights off now. I'm giving it a chrome finish, but I'm going to increase the colorization towards white. We can increase the gloss, but reduce the reflectivity. Reduce the relief as well as the scale. Again, for the center light source, fabric, and we'll be providing emissivity to this fabric. Now, as you can see, we have set up most of the areas over here. A couple of things like this statue is left, so we'll select this and provide it gold. You can see this light source is completely here, so we're just going to select this. It's like an illuminating light source. So we're going to give it a fabric, and we're going to give the entire light source emissivity as such. Two more places we need to work on are here, so we'll be giving the same white finished chrome over here. Increasing the colorization towards white, increasing the gloss but reducing the reflectivity, reducing relief and scale, selecting the center light source, providing fabric, and providing emissivity to this fabric as well. This would come on both the sides over here. Now, once we're done with setting up most of the room and creating all the edits, small details like the handles, we would need to provide metal to these as well. Don't forget to change each and every material so we get the best possible look for the render. Remember to get into the material selection and work on the editor as well. I think we're done with most of the editing. Now, once we're done with this, we'll get into providing objects. So we'll be getting into that in the next topic. I'd like you guys to now finish off the entire editing process for this by providing all the materials. Make sure you guys pause, rewind, and review the work continuously so we can work in very much detail when it comes to even providing objects and effects. I'll see you guys in the next topic. Take care.